venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And here we go from Miami. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Award that tackle to the effort of Leatu Latu. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. And now they face 2nd down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen. He got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Williams set to pass. They read that screen perfectly. Interception! At the 20. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Well, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock. To have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Forced out to his right. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Williams from the gun. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Williams to throw on first. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. First down, Williams. Has him on a quick hitter. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They give up the gut to Walker. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Williams to throw. Chased out to his right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Getting out to his left. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Offense going for it here. 4th and 5. The pistol, Williams escapes the pocket, and he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Bills could... Points on the scoreboard! It's a 6. So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. He'll throw it. Completed over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. He'll look to throw. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Brought in right side. And he goes out and just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Running with A-Chain out of the gun. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Nick Bosa makes the stop. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Hey, as much as I love talking about these physical matchups, right now this is psychological. This adds some layers to this 3rd down call. Do you try your hand at another run and hope it fares better? Tougher to go back to it again when it just gets stuffed.
3rd down run from A-Chain. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
So it'll be another 1st and 10 for him, Brock, down at the opposing 37. Here's a throw. Search it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Another try following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Williams will look to throw. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They'll begin the quarter with 2nd and 8. From the 31. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Running back sent in motion. 3rd down. Here's Williams. Finds Laporta. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 45 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Dolphins football. They're set up at the 35 now. Slot man motioned over. On 1st down, they're going to start out with Ggml. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Intercepted in the end zone. Ggml makes the play. And the Bills getting back on his 6th interception of the season.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back. Because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw. And even more so, picked it off.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blitz coming from Williams. That one's complete, right side. Give him 32 on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
First down throw by Williams. Short pass brought in. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. This is Walker on 2nd. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
The Dolphins with an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming. Into the hands of Walker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent.
And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Bills pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds his fullback. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd down carry for H.N. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Quiddy Pay there to take him down. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
3rd and just 2 to go. They'll stick with A-Chain. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Going to the ground again on 1st. They'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He's on the move. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. 12 yards on that play. A good call, gets up the 1st.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Makes the grab in bounds left side. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. The Dolphins with the football. 2nd and 3 now.
Okay, let's make some good plays today. Come on, here we go.
The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Dig.
2nd and 3 now. Here's A-Chain up the middle. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. A-Chan. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, it did the job on first down. More to come.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins earn the chance to tie before halftime. Pass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins tie things up at 14. Pass now to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Finds Kincaid. And that's good for a gain of 5. Jair Alexander with the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine. Well,
now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. So the officials looked at it twice. The replay officials in New York agreed, and the call on the field's going to stand. Williams to throw on 1st. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Looking for it. He intercepts the pass. And the Dolphins have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. To throw here on 1st down. On target to Waddle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the 34. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Jair makes the play. Along the right sideline, there's space. And forget the interception, he makes this a pick-6 touchdown. You get a pick-6, you get a pick-6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick-6 and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They kick the running back in motion. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 11. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
All in left side. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be first down, Miami.
My favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Back to pass on first and 10. On the move, headed right. He tucks it and takes off. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide in practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Second and 1. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
So for those of you keeping track, we get a solid completion for decent yardage on first, and then we go backwards on second. Kate, I guess we got a quality rubber match right here on third down.
3rd and long for him here. Hits him on the in route. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Now they send their back in motion right. Called in by Waddle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 20 on second down. He's got it over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Still sticking with the passing game. And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Pass on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins tie this game at 21. Pass now to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Finds a seam down the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Walker on 1st down. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that 1st down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Staying with Walker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And he's going to be marked down about 4 yards away from that 1st down marker.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Connects on the crosser. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. Handoff running left, Walker. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 17. Buys time, rolling right. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Working quickly here. Throwing now on 1st down. Short pass brought in. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Throwing now from the gun. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins tie us up 28-all. Bass now to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. Oh, he eats a hit to bring it into that return right near the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. And he'll get it up to the 27. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Off the play fake, Williams. And he's dropped. They got there for the sack, and that brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. This offense looking to converge as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Forced out to his right. Oh, brother, hits another interception. Good job by Jair Alexander. And the Dolphins will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
Chan, a 1st down carry. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Offense in the hurry up here. Working inside the red zone. Flushed out of the pocket. So this one on the defense. And as this play goes out of bounds, all eyes turn to that flag on the field. So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call for the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now, it's 2nd and goal. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him 3 yards, and they're just inches away on 3rd down.
Now, the offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Running for it, it's Ggml. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Dolphins take a 4th quarter lead. Devon Ggml with the touchdown. Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. Bass now to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Now here he goes.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, but even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he can get the first down.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. To throw, Williams. That's right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Now it's a bootleg for him. Brought in right side by Kincaid. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on. It turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Running left, here's Walker. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Williams from the gun. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I can just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in the drive. Because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed. Maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Looking to throw. Chased out to his right. Launching deep down the right sideline.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Back to throw it. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing out to the left. Caught. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins go up by 2 scores as they try put this one away. Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14. Bass now to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Williams will look to throw. Escapes the pocket. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over after the interception.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Slot man in motion right. Achane again on 2nd. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation. It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Bills will take over possession. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Throwing again on 2nd, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. To throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at 4th down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
Hey, guess what, Kate? These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond the 3 and out.
Desperation time here on 4th. Trying to push it deep downfield, and that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama. And the Dolphins defense take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in, just as that knee goes down.